That's better.
Handpicked. Where was it?
There you go. Somebody's drink.
I lost my voice. Top notch. You know, each bachelor's past has been explored and scrutinized to be sure they're the highest quality men we could find.
What was that?
Actually, we didn't look very hard. And it shows. These guys are great. I think you'll be impressed and will thoroughly enjoy tonight's entertainment. Now, I'd like to introduce to each bachelor to the contestant. Music starts. Bachelor number 1 says he was born at the perfect time. He is a devout hippie and lives his life accordingly. He spends much of his time whittling spirit birds from whole redwood logs. While not doing that, he smokes dope and not much else. He graduated from the 3rd grade and claims he once sat in a tree for over 5 months, but can't remember why. His hero is Snoop Dogg because he's the only person he knows who can smoke more dope than me. Give it up for Timber Hollow Loggerman. Bachelor number 2 was born in Cuba, but migrated to the United States at an early age. He claims to have been a member of the 1976 Olympic champion synchronized swim team for Cuba. However, that claim cannot be verified. His hobbies include pickleball, worm farming, hot butter, tanning workouts, and climbing palm trees for coconuts. He also kayaks once a year. He's a devout member of the Manson family and knows where you live. Here is Ricky Cubano Ruiz Alonso Diaz Hernandez. I take prize. Oh, thank you.
I got some cigars from Cuba. If anybody would like one, just raise your hand and I'll come to you and you guys can pick it up.
I want one.
I want one. They probably are.
Bachelor number 3 came all the way from Pasadena, California, and is a former lumberjack and altar boy. He is currently working at Del Arte, performing as an alternative lifestyle,
Anybody else?
non-specific performing artist.
Hey, you got them all.
Stage manager's trying to get you your chair, bro.
Introduce that guy over. No, I'm going to pass on the sturdy.
You couldn't get. Bachelor number 3 came all the way from Pasadena, California, and is a former lumberjack and altar boy. He's currently working at Del Arte, performing an alternative lifestyle, gender non-specific performing
Hey, man,
artist.
what are you
He
doing
is
over there,
also currently the self-proclaimed mayor of Bridgeville. His hobbies include shopping, watching romantic movies, and dressing in women's clothes. Please welcome Jackie Farragut Jones. Welcome, gentlemen. I use that term loosely. Relax and make yourselves comfortable. Now that you've met the male contestants, let's meet our special female contestant. She has been hidden away in our soundproof room and could not hear the introduction of the bachelors. She has no knowledge of any of the men she will be questioning and doesn't know what they look like. Let's give a warm welcome to tonight's female guest, Mildred Grumbuckle.
Yeah, she has to enter from the stage left.
We're competing, man.
You got anything to say, Mildred? Here's your card.
You got close to your mouth.
This lovely lady is from Maynardville, Tennessee, and is currently in the running for Miss Tres Idiotas Beauty Contest of 2023. She's an avid mushroom gatherer and sometimes overindulges in the psychedelics. She also spends much of her time training for the all-female mud wrestling championship to be held next month in Las Vegas. If that's not enough, she's also a professional nudist skydiver for the Naked Ladies from Heaven. Group based in Blythe, California. She has a gentle soul and likes to make flowery things. Here is Mildred Crumbuckle. Okay, Mildred. We've introduced the male contestants to our audience, and now it's your turn to ask them a few questions.
Well, thank you so much.
Try to be specific, and don't shy away from any subject. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you so much.
No, this is
Hey, Peter,
yes.
we have to say hi to her.
This is pretty difficult.
Hello. I don't have that. Bachelors, please say hello to Mildred. Bachelor number one.
Mildred.
Bachelor number two.
Hi, Mildred.
And bachelor number three.
Good evening, Mildred.
The third guy's questionable.
Question.
Hello, Bachelor number two. If you had $1 million and could spend it all on me, what would you buy?
Oh, I'll tell you. I would rent the most exquisite villa in all of Cuba and shower with gifts and introduce you to the best food in all the world. Then we would watch reruns of I Love Lucy for the entire week.
Thank you, Bachelor number two. Bachelor number three, describe our first date.
Number three.
Bachelor number three.
Thank you for that question, Mildred. Well, first we would go to the mall and pick out fantastic outfits for each other. Then we would go to the theater to see a musical, followed by dinner at my place and snuggling on the couch.
Thank you very much, Bachelor number three. Bachelor number one, I'm giving you the same question, and that is describe our first date.
Well, Mildred, first we drive to my friend's house out of the mountains.
And grab a few ounces.
There you go.
Then we'd head straight for the smoking lounge and have a beer or two with the gang. After that, we're getting pretty hungry, so we'll go drive through a Taco Bell and pick up a few burritos and maybe some fries and some chips. Then we go to my pad and hang.
Wow. Thank you, Bachelor number one. Bachelor number three, if you were a vegetable, which one would you be?
Well, that's easy. I'd be a kumquat just because I like the sound of it, and it's good for my delicate skin.
That's very, very sweet of you. Bachelor number two, you over there? If you were me, and you had to go out with one of the other contestants, which one would it not be, and why?
Well, that is a hard choice. Because neither one of them is as good as the catch as I am. I think it would have to be number three. He seems a little confused and way too pretty for my taste.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Bachelor number one.
Yes.
If we were on a date and you suddenly realized you forgot your wallet, what would you do?
Well, first I'll be trying to figure out how to replace the rubber I had in it. Oh, you mean how I pay for dinner? Well, that's easy. I always had a big doobie in my sock. The waiter would always take that in the place of cash.
Thank you so much. Bachelor number 3. If we got married and we're thinking about having kids, how many would you like?
Well, hopefully I'd like all of them. Seriously, though, I came from a large family, so one would be enough for me. I hate to share.
Amen for that. Bachelor number 2, I am asking you the same question. I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to ask you, if we got married and we're thinking about having kids, how many would you like?
Well, I'm Latino, so the more the merrier. I like big families, but making those babies is what it's all about.
Well, thank you. Bachelor number 2. Bachelor number 1. Is that the same question? Do you remember what that was?
I'm not sure, but I don't know if you know this, but I get stoned a lot. Sometimes I smoke on the way to the bathroom, or even on the way to the bathroom, even in the bathroom. I'm usually stoned when I go grocery shopping, man. So I always buy more food than I can eat. I'm even stoned right now. What was the question?
The question was, sir, if we got married and we're thinking about having kids, well, how many would you like?
Well, I think 2 is a good number.
All right. What's that, sir? Oh, yes, sir. Oh, dear me. Who writes these questions? Bachelor number 3. This is a very important question. Do you wear boxers or briefs?
Well, that is pretty personal, but I'll answer the question. That depends on the occasion. If it's a relaxed atmosphere and I'm wearing loose-fitting pants, it's boxers all the way. But if it's a stylish outing and my outfit is tight-fitting, well then I'm going with my thong. I don't do briefs.
All right, then. Let's move on to the next question, everybody. Bachelor number 2. If we were stranded on a desert, desert island? Deserted island. That's right. I'm from Tennessee, so would you please bear with me here? What would be the first thing you would do?
I would build a log shack, baby. And then I would forage for food and water.
Well, that's a very practical thing to do when you're on a deserted island. Thank you so much for that answer.
What's up, man?
Bachelor number 1. I like to shower in the evening so I'm relaxed and clean for whatever happens in bed. When do you like to shower?
Well, I usually shower every Tuesday. Mainly because that's when I go into town to check what's going on. Other than that, I know I need a shower, but old Betsy, that's my pet pig, sleeps outside instead of the bed with me.
Thank you. All right, this question's for you, Bachelor number 3. If you were to prepare a romantic dinner for the 2 of us, what would it be?
Well, first I'd start out with a couple of imported beers with chips and guacamole. Then we'd have my homemade tacos followed by a moist piece of chocolate cake. Oh, and did I forget to mention that this would be at the beach on a warm tropical island during the most beautiful sunset ever.
Thank you. Bachelor number 2. As you've probably heard, I love to skydive naked. If you were to go with me, what would we be doing on the way down?
Well, I tell you, the first thing I'd be doing is yelling a lot. Next, I'd take in the view and enjoy having the entire earth beneath me. After that, I would admire your beautiful body and dream of us together. Then I will be praying like hell before I splatter all over the ground. Are you crazy? I'm jumping out on no freaking plane!
Well, it still sounds a little exciting to me, but so thank you. Bachelor number 1. My dad is very particular about who I date. What would you do to win him over?
Well, honey, I know that older men like 3 basic things. Good liquor, a good smoke, and something good to eat. So I've got all those covered. I don't even have to go to the store. Bring him a jar of my best moonshine, a big old fat doobie, and some magic mushrooms I grow next to the outhouse. After I get done with him, we'll be best buds forever.
Bachelor number 3. If I turn out to be taller than you, would that bother you?
Oh, not at all. I enjoy a lady with long legs. Besides, if it was a concern, I could just put on a pair of my stilettos and no one would notice.
Sounds very interesting. Oh, bachelor number 1. When did you lose? Bachelor number 1? Are you there?
I'm here.
When did you lose your virginity?
Oh, well. Me and Mary Lou were in the hay barn, and she got a little excited. It was the summer of '69. I can say is that I think it was pretty amazing.
Thank you. Okay, bachelor number 2, could you please answer the same question when you lost your virginity?
I remember like it was yesterday. I was standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, and such a fine sight to see. She was a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Yes, sirree. It was July 15, 1968.
Sounds like a hot time there in Winslow, Arizona. Okay, bachelor number 3, I'm asking you that same question. When did you lose your virginity?
Well, it was New Year's Day, 1974. I passed out on a friend's living room floor after celebrating New Year's when this lovely lady laid down next to me and started to spoon me. The rest I'll leave to your imagination.
Thank you. I have a very vivid imagination, so I'll be thinking about that in my spare time. Bachelor number 2. I like to pick magic mushrooms in the woods and spend the day zoning out to their mystical powers. If this is something you might want to do with me.
Oh, yeah. I love mushrooms. I usually put them in my lechón asado, plátano verde, arroz con pello, papa rellena, picadillo, bistec empanizado, y lo más importante, albóndigas.
Thank you. Bachelor number 1.
Yes.
How about you? Would you like to try some mushrooms with me?
Sure, I would. I think I ate some this morning, but I can't be sure. I was so nervous about doing the show that I smoked a doobie, then I got hungry, started eating whatever was around. Turns out I just harvested about 20 of those suckers, and now I can't find them.
All right, here, bachelor number 3. I'm a girl who loves the outdoors. Do you consider yourself an indoor or an outdoor person?
Well, I gotta say, I love all the doors. I can hike, bike, kayak, swim, or go to the beach anytime. I can also relax around a wood fire, playing board games and sipping on a glass of red wine. It's the company that I'm with that matters.
That's a very, very sweet answer. Thank you. Bachelor number 2. I've tried different computer dating sites, but just haven't had any luck finding the right guy. What do you think you would be the right guy? Why do you think you would be the right guy for me?
Oh, because I'm fun. I will take you to the best restaurantes cubanos and introduce you to the Cuban culture. You know what they say. Once you had a Cuban, you're in for some cruising.
All right, and finally here, bachelor number one.
Yes.
So, I think I've made up my mind as to whom I'm going to pick. Is there anything else I should know about you before I decide for sure?
Well, you sound like a sweet girl, and I like sweet girls. If you're as half as good looking as you sound, then I would be honored if you would pick me to go on a date with you. And that naked skydiving, it sounds pretty good.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, but we've completely run out of time for questions, and now it's time for Mildred to decide which bachelor is going to accompany her on a once-in-a-lifetime date provided by our sponsors. So, Mildred, is it going to be bachelor number one, bachelor number two, or bachelor number three?
Can I just say one thing?
These all sound like really spectacular guys. And I'm having a really hard time making a decision in my head. But I have to say that bachelor number one seems to be like my kind of guy. He likes to party, and he say he's skydive naked with me, do mushrooms with me. So I'm gonna go with bachelor number one.
Right. Congratulations to both of you. You are now the first couple of the first edition of the Cabin Party Dating Game. Your life will never be the same. And now for your date.
Dun, 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 dun.
You got to introduce the other two.
You gotta introduce the other two.
Here we go.
Better get the music going.
Isaac?
You have to go. This is
The
the date you
two
didn't
that
get.
did not win,
Right.
come meet Mildred.
No,
Bachelor number three.
Bachelor number three.
Peter, you have to reintroduce.
Bachelor number three, come meet Mildred.
Peter, you have to reintroduce us.
What's this word practice I hear?
Remember bachelor number
Oh! Very informal.
Somewhere I thought they had it in the beginning.
Bachelor number two was born in Cuba, migrated to the United States at an early age. He claims to have been a member of the 1976 Olympic champion synchronized swim team from Cuba. However, that claim cannot be verified. His hobbies include pickleball, worm farming, hot butter, tanning, workouts, and climbing palm trees for coconuts. He also kayaks once a year. He is a proud member of the Mexican and knows where he lives. Here is Ricky Cubano Ruiz Alonso Bachelor number three came all the way from Pasadena, California, and is a former lumberjack and altar boy. He's currently working for Archery, performing as an alternative lifestyle, gender non-specific performing artist. He's also currently a self-proclaimed mayor of Bridgeville. His hobbies include shopping, watching romantic movies, and dressing in women's clothes. Please welcome Jackie Herndon Jones.
I can feel as good as a redhead.
Talking of our appreciation, don't spend it all in one place. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, can we have a big hand? With the two losers. Now, let's meet your date. Bachelor number one says he was born at the perfect time. He is a devout hippie and lives his life accordingly. Spends much of his time whittling spirit birds from whole redwood logs. While not doing that, he smokes dope and not much else. He graduated from third grade and claims he once sat in a tree for over 5 months, but can't remember why. His hero is Snoop Dogg because, quote, he's the only person I know who can smoke more dope than me. Give it up for Timber Hollow Waterman. Congratulations to both of you. You are now the first couple of the first edition of the Cabin Dating Party Dating Game. Your life will never be the same. And now for your date. We've gone all out. You're going to Auric! Auric, California vacation package. After you've had a good night's sleep at the wonderful Laguna Inn in Eureka, you'll be taken to the Eureka Denny's restaurant, which is currently closed, and provided with their Grand Slam breakfast with a large orange juice. After that, you'll be chauffeured in a stretch monster truck to the quaint village of Auric, located among the giant redwoods, where you will be greeted by Marna, the unofficial mayor. She will present you with a key to the city and perform a short fire dance. After that, you will be whisked away to the famous lager bar and presented with 2 free beers. After conversing with the local barflies, you will be transported by kinetic sculpture to the Little Red Schoolhouse, where you will view the rare and seldom seen Roosevelt elk herd and dine on a picnic basket lunch provided by the Auric General Store. Once you finish your banquet, you will travel south to Freshwater Lagoon and enjoy a relaxing kayak trip with DOA's dynamic president.
Oh, I heard he's good. I heard he's really good.
After that, you will venture across Highway 101 to the beautiful, warm beaches of the Pacific Ocean, where you will whale watch and hunt for agates. Once the day is done, you'll have plenty of time to explore more of Auric metropolitan area, because you'll be staying in Auric for 1 week at the lovely Auric Hotel, which includes unlimited chainsaw rentals for wood sculpting. Congratulations to the 2 of you, and now, see you all next time!
I can't believe it.